Coach, how do you feel like your team responded tonight after losing last night?
Oh, big time response. Anytime you can go against the number one team in the West. And I told our guys, I know the fourth quarter didn't go our way, but we did a lot of good things yesterday. We just have to play closer to 48 minutes, and I thought we did that today. We tried some different things defensively that I thought were really impactful. But this was you talk about everybody contributing, and this was everybody stepping up and making big plays. And you can go down the line. I mean, CB's 14-5. Michael Porter 17-6. Nikola 35-18 with 8 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Russell Westbrook. What about that ovation for him? I mean, doesn't that say a lot about Russell Westbrook and how this community still feels about him? But 16, 7, and 5. Jamal's numbers, and I thought Peyton off the bench, was outstanding. He was our DPOG. Jalen Pickett, Zeke. So good team win. Responded well. Thought our defense in the second half was much better than it was in the first half, held them to 41%. Good assist turnover numbers and good transition numbers. So we can't relax. We know we got a tough schedule coming up at home, and then we got to find a way to protect our home court.
What was the mentality doing everything you did defensively against Shea?
The best way to stop a great player is don't let him get the ball. And if he has the ball, to get the ball out of his hands and force other guys to step up and beat you. And obviously, you live with Lou Dort making 8 threes. You live with some of these other guys making threes. We have to do a better job of rebounding. Gave him 13 offensive rebounds for 22 points. But each team in this league, and I learned this when I came in the league with Jeff Van Gundy, you have your base defense and you have great player defense. And you can't guard a great player with your base defense. You have to give him something different. And we're able to do that today. And this time around, it was effective. And to go 2-2 against the number one seed in the West is, speaks a lot about that group in there. Couldn't be more proud of them.
Michael, the last couple of years, this has been a pretty challenging matchup for Jamal. And what stands out about the way he attacked the different defenders they have?
Well, I would say, one, Jamal deserves a ton of credit for the efficiency in which he played. 34, 11 of 22 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 9 of 9 from the foul line. 0 turnovers against that team, and the amount of pressure he's getting is incredible. But I also felt it was his teammates getting him open. Lou Dort is a all defensive team type player, and you have to create separation. You have to give him room to operate, and I felt his teammates gave him some of that tonight. But Jamal was aggressive. He looked very comfortable out there. He was finding his spot, stepping into his shot, shooting it with confidence. And, I didn't even have to play him 40 minutes tonight.
What do you like about that second unit as a whole in the non-Jokic minutes, both halves?
I just like the speed, athleticism, versatility that they have. You got Zeke at the 5, Peyton at the 4, Michael at the 3, and whether it's Russ, Jamal, or Jalen Pickett, that group's been flying around and getting stops and getting out and running and playing with pace and tempo. But yeah, I just really like the versatility that they have to be disruptive on that end of the floor.
What does it feel like to have this version of Peyton Watson coming back?
Yeah, yesterday was a tough game for Peyton, and I just told him after I gave him the DPOG chain, it's all about how you respond in this business. And you can feel sorry for yourself, you can be mad, or you can do something about it. And what Peyton did today, he showed he's a grown-ass man. And, okay, yesterday wasn't my day, and Coach is going to give me a chance today. He's one of the first subs off the bench in that first quarter. And I felt his contributions, his shooting 4-4 from 3, 2 blocks, just contributing across the board. And we're going to need that. I mean, this team, yes, we have Nikola Jokic, we have Jamal Murray, we have Michael Porter, Aaron Gordon, guys that were a core group to win a championship. But we need everybody else to step up and play their best. And we got that today from a lot of players.
By Joker standards, it was a rough shooting game yesterday. Obviously, extraordinarily efficient today, despite 3 games, 4 nights, bumps, bruises, all that stuff. What did you see from him tonight that allowed him to be so dominant in such efficient fashion?
Well, I thought a lot of the looks he got yesterday were looks that he usually makes. And I think, the elbow injury, let's be honest, I think that's definitely can affect guys at times. And he won't tell you this, so I will. I hit him up yesterday after the game, trying to bring up a conversation about maybe we take tomorrow's game off. You've been And I gave him the minutes, 45 minutes, 41 minutes, 39 minutes, 38 minutes, with a really bad ankle and an elbow. So, this is not a rest game. This guy is beat up with 18 games to go. And what I love about Nikola, he was like, hell no. Come on, man. Coach, I'm playing. That's not even a conversation. Am I tired? Sure, everybody's tired. Am I a little beat up? Sure, everybody's a little beat up. But I want to play. And I think part of that was also we lost, and he wanted to lead this team and find a way to come in here and get a win today. And to go 15 of 20, obviously the 18 rebounds and the 8 assists and the block and the steal, the guy is just incredible. So, as I say all the time, man, very thankful that he's in a Nuggets uniform because you're watching greatness every single night.
He gets guarded. One of his real skills is being able to find open space in the floor no matter what coverage that he's seeing. Tonight it was like a lot of stuff from floater range. What makes him so good at being identify that so quickly and then just being able to kind of exploit wherever he's not being guarded like that?
Well, I don't think people truly understand the IQ that he has. It's people always use the line, some people are playing checkers and some are playing chess. He is just a brilliant person, he has a brilliant mind. And, he sees things and he reads them in real speed. He's not a guy that needs to watch the game film after, and he can pick it up as it's going on. Tonight, it was awesome. And I walked into a huddle and he's got the board out and he's talking to some of our guys about our zone defense. Hey, let's do this. And when you get that from Nikola, now you're getting everything, the leadership, the voice, the ownership of the team. And what you love about Nikola is that this year, three-point line, mid-range, low post, face-up game, the guy is just so efficient. And when he catches the ball in the middle of the floor and he faces, not only can he shoot the ball, put it on the floor, but as we all know, he's an incredible passer, and he reads the defense and he finds open players time and time again. So there's a reason that he's the best player in the world, because the guy is just can dominate in so many different ways and forms.
Is this the best season?
I think so. Yeah, as we wind down this season, this whole MVP thing is really going to pick up, and you understand that that's a part of it. Obviously, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a great player, and if he wins his first MVP, he's deserving of that. My thing is this, if you didn't know that Nikola won 3 MVPs, and I put player A and player B on paper, and you had no idea that the guy who's averaging a triple-double, the guy who's top 3 in the 3 major statistical categories, things that no one's ever done, he wins the MVP 10 times out of 10. And if you don't think so, I think you guys are all full of shit.
You could put team records on this player A, player B? And is that
You could. But the interesting thing with that is that the year Nikola didn't win it, we were first in the West. So if you want to use that card, I'm all for it. But the one year Nikola didn't win it, we were the number 1 seed in the West. So, and I get it. It's different for everybody. MVP, what it means for you might be different for what it means for Sean. Cool. And again, I'm not I will never negative recruit. Shai is not a good player, great player. And if he wins it, I'll actually, clap my hands and be happy for him, because he's such a great guy who's a great player and who's good for this game. So it's not Nikola versus Shai. For me, it's me promoting my guy, because I know what he means to this game. And when you look at it from a historical perspective, he's doing things that no one's ever done. And you're also the number 2 seed in the West. So it's not like we're outside looking in. We're a pretty good team as well. So, again, I don't want to go on and on about it. It's going to pick up a lot more steam here as we go down the stretch. Understandably so. Great conversation. And, I'm more worried about, can we find a way to go home and compete against the Minnesotas and the Lakers coming up.
When Nikola gives you the hell no, I want to play, he's obviously a very kind of prideful player about that sort of stuff. He'll pretend that the injuries don't exist. If we ask him about it, do you have to kind of fact check with Steve a little bit in terms of
no,
that?
because if there's a point where his injury is at a point where he shouldn't be playing, then it's not a, hey, what do you think? It's, you're out. We have to, and that's what has gotten to it, Nikola, because he is so mentally tough, so physically tough. His availability the last 10 years has to be second to none. Has anybody ever played the amount of games that Nikola Jokic plays with everything being asked of him tonight? Again, 40 more minutes tonight. But the guy is just a machine, an efficient machine, and we got to go home and get him some rest and get ready to play our next home game. Thanks, everybody.